What were your memories of your very first match?
My very first match was with Wayne Bloom. My very first, I wrestled one other match in a territory. It was just like nothing. But my first match was with Wayne Bloom, and all I remember is I got tired real fast. Did the whole match in about 2 minutes.
Huh.
It went right through. And I was glad it was over, believe me. But it was just, it was a blur.
Right. Did anyone mentor you at all back then? And if so,
Yeah. Baron Von Rashcke took care of me. Without even asking, he would, he always came to me after my match. He said, Scott, he said, this is what you did right. This is what you did wrong. This is what you need to eliminate. This is what and he helped me along. And it was just, he was awesome. Baron was one of the greatest guys, is still one of the greatest guys in this business. And, he just helped me along. And then everywhere I went, I got my opportunity in Japan. All their guys went, Masa Saito, I'm sure I had something to say about. But I mean,
right.
All the Japanese guys were wonderful to me. They did anything I asked them. I did anything they asked of me. And I've always had great work relationships with the guys over there, and that's helped.
What was Verne Gagne like as a promoter for AWA?
I'm not sure that I got the best out of Verne because I didn't really give him my best because I might have been a little bit of a little full of myself maybe.
Right.
And I don't know if I took advantage of that situation as best as I could as far as him and Greg because, immediately we butted heads. Verne was pretty, he was pretty, he was all over himself. I mean, Verne was Verne. I mean, Verne
right.
was...
Put himself over all the time.
Totally. And, I mean, we just didn't really get along at the beginning. Then I kind of took that and I really didn't give my 100% best effort because I wasn't really sure that this is what I wanted to do. So I don't know if I could really give you the download on Verne. When I did deal with him, it was negative. But I probably didn't take advantage of the situation as much as I could have or should have. Greg, I apologized to Greg.
Right.
8-10 years later. And I told him a couple situations where I showed up late to a match one time. He says, no, where the hell you been? And I said, you're lucky I showed up. It was I wasn't young and mature, but I was immature.
Right.
And, I apologized and I said, it was kind of stupid on my part. That I should, because once you get through this and you really find out what we're doing and what's going on, there's a lot more to it than, some big young guy coming up that can lift a lot of weight and had long hair. It was a lot different. So, I didn't take advantage of the situation and I don't think he gave me his best either, but that's just the way it works out.
Now, did anyone try to test you in the ring early on? Shoot on you or anything like that?
Yeah, a lot of guys, where I wrestled in Japan it was so solid.
Right.
That's just the way we worked. Vader was, you had to slow him down.
Huh.
He'll take whatever he can get. He'll just keep rolling and rolling and rolling.
Right.
If you don't stop him, he just
eat you up.
But otherwise, no, not really. I had good working relationships with these guys. I've never shied away. I've always been right there for them, and they've always been there for me. Did I ever get mad at somebody in the ring and put it on them? Yeah.
Right.
But did they ever test me unwillingly or willingly? I'm not sure.
Going back to AWA, what are some of your memories teaming up with John Nord?
John was nuts. He was just a lot of fun. My memory, the biggest one, I guess, would be the night that they nicknamed me Flapjack.
Huh.
I was pissed. We were working in Mankato, it was Mankato, I think. No, Rochester. And I come in, me and John changing, we're talking about what we're to do tonight. And all of a sudden, Greg comes and says, Scott, we got a new nickname for you. And I'm going, what do you mean you got a new nickname for me? I said, just call me Scott Norton, call him Yukon John.
All right.
You know, we're Lumberjacks. I didn't want to be one of the Lumberjacks. I really care less. And all of a sudden, he says, you know, they Lumberjacks like eat pancakes and Nord just fall on the floor. And I go, John, what, you know, and he had something to do with it.
All right.
Then he said, we're to call you Flapjack Norton. And I said, no, you're not.
Huh.
So call it Flapjack. You know, that's where we kind of
Butted
heads, anyways. So anyways, they introduced us that night, and they, Yukon John and Flapjack Norton, the people went nuts. And I come back to the locker room afterwards, see, I told you. And I'm going, yeah, but still. You know, it's hard. I mean, it's hard to be in your hometown being called Flapjack Norton.
Right.
But, you know, I get hit on every once in a while by it, but it's okay.
What was John like outside the ring?
He was probably crazier outside the ring than he was inside of it. No, John's one of the nice. Everybody loves John. John Nord is one of the best guys. He'd give his shirt off his back for you. He'd do anything in the world for you. He's just a great guy. He probably, has a hard time getting out of his own way sometimes. He was just full blast, full throttle all the time. But John's a great guy.
What's he doing these days? Because I know he took, when Berserker died, he took it pretty bad.
Yeah, he did. He's still in Minneapolis. Last I heard that he was a sales manager with used cars or Toyota, I think, and he's doing well for himself.
It's good. Memories of teaming up with Ken Patera.
Oh, it was a short time, but Ken was always real cool. I mean, he was getting towards the end of his run, and I was just coming into mine. And, he had this weightlifting background in the Olympics, and always fun, positive. He tried to help me as much as he could.
Right.
I remember one time we're doing an interview, and we're all fired up about, I think it was the Russian guy, and God, so long ago, Nikolai Volkov and the Sheik had down LKC, and we're doing an interview, and he's barking, he's talking. He says, Norton, what do you think? And I start trying to talk, and I'm sitting there barking, and nothing came out. He says, he's so damn mad he can't even talk. And I just started laughing, and Verne, that's where another place me and Verne butted heads. I couldn't do an interview to save my ass. And so
now Territory was all based on interviews, a lot on the TV and stuff.
Those guys are awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it was intimidating. I mean, honestly, doing interviews, people just think you're sitting in front of a camera and you're just going out to bullshit.
All right.
Man, you got guys are all over the place. They're all sitting there on the other side of that camera. They're doing interviews. Every last guy is giving you the business. I mean, they're putting their glasses on their pecker.
Right.
They're smiling. They're doing just little goofy shit, and it's impossible to do them. I mean, and the more and more they have fun doing it, the more you're just sitting there and you're trying to ignore them. And me, that wasn't my strong point.
All right. What are your memories of working with the Destruction crew, Enos and Bloom?
I loved it. They were great.
Easy to work
My
with?
best memory was Verne asked me to take Johnny Valiant, Wayne Bloom, and Mike East to put him in a bear hug. And I said, Verne, that would look like I'm trying to screw up a Volkswagen. I said, it's going to look stupid. He said, you paying for these cameras? You paying for these lights? You paying for all this? I said, Verne, with the money you're paying me, I can't even pay for my car.
Right.
And it was great. Johnny Valiant was wonderful. He was another guy. Just a
Funny guy outside the ring.
Unbelievable. Karaoke, stand-up comedian, fun to have a beer with. Wonderful guy. What
are your thoughts on Larry Zbyszko?
When I first got in the ring, or I got in the business with Larry, he was one very good. He tatered me one time, and he purposely broke one of my ribs. He put the boot to me pretty good. And he was stiff, but after a while in the business, I understood him as far as the way guys come in.
Right.
And Larry's one of the greatest guys. I golf with Larry occasionally. And It's like
he is a big offer.
the most laid back, funnest guy you could possibly golf with. I mean, he's a hell of a golfer.
What are your thoughts of his new movie that's supposedly hitting the internet or something like that with one of the strippers?
I haven't had time for that yet. I haven't seen it. Sorry, Larry.
Right. As far as AWA, what led you to leaving the promotion, the company? And do you have any other fond memories that stick out for that territory?
Just guys, just fun we had. You know, it was, you know, you're working at home. Every night you got to go. It was like you weren't even, you know, until you leave home and be a pro wrestler and really get out there on the road and do it. So it was just, you know, it was cool. But what led up to me leaving there, I got offered to go work as Flair's bodyguard. And I was told to keep it quiet. And it was about a 40 times increase in pay. I mean, it was a substantial amount. And somehow it slipped out the Verne, and they got a wind of it, and they screwed it all up for me with NWA and whatever had happened. I got mad at them, we parted ways, and that's why I went to Portland.
Watch thousands of exclusive shoot interviews right now on TitleMatchNetwork.com.